today it's awesome weather. Sun is shining, 14 degrees Celsius out. It's just nice. So finally spring is here, and yeah, I have just finished off the job where I'm testing the tilt rotator for the first time in the hillside, where we are doing a lot of work. So right now I'm actually on my way to a job I started last year, or last fall actually, and I had to give up because of the snow that came too early. And yeah, so I will now take you back to the year of 2019, the fall, and as you will see, there is starting to get snow on the ground, and yeah, just take a look at this and we will play the footage from then. Alright, so I'm back with the compartment area where I did all the parking lots and everything with the Bobcat. But today's problem is they have power for the garage over there and no power for the garage over there. So between here there is going an electrical wire and there is something wrong with it. So I am hired in by a electrical company, and they want me to excavate and find the cable so they can see if it's something wrong with it. They have searched out where the fault is, and it's right up here beside the road where that hole is. So my job today is just excavate and see if I can find the cable and clear some dirt out from it, so the electrical company can search and see if they can find something. Sadly, it's always dark now up here in northern Norway, so we have to work with the lights from the excavator for filming. As we can see, it's not very level here. I have to lift the excavator up for sitting somewhat the right way, and the reason why I'm excavating this way is because the cable is going this way, and then I don't want to excavate on the line of it, over the line of it, because then it's quicker to take it with you. So let's just start excavating here and see if we can find something, because no one knows for sure where it is. Okay, I do not think the cable is up here, because Or wait a moment. There it is actually. Huh. It was this far up. Alright, we found the cable and I nicked the cable, so they have to make a splice here. I will now just uncover it a little bit more. They had actually excavated all the way down to it, so it was pretty close. Okay, we found it. That went quick. We found the cable almost at once, as we could see, and we nicked it a little bit right here, but it's no problem. Power was off, and the electrical company is also trying to search if the fault is from here and over to the garage or the other way, so they can find out, try to eliminate where it is. So I guess they needed to cut it anyways here, so now I just did it for them. Maybe I can build them extra for electrical work also. Yeah, but then this quick job is done, and just loaded everything back on the trailer and go home. Alright, I'm back where I was excavating for the cable with the fault in, and the fault wasn't where I excavated. It's somewhere from that cone there and over to the garage over there. So the plan now is to excavate a whole new trench for the cable, and as you can see, it's quite some snow now. I had the cable company marking up every other cable going here today, so you can see one there, and it's a lot more over here. So I need to stay up in the side with the new trench to stay away from everything. You can see it's coming here, across here, going up and through here. So when I get here I can do the excavation up in the side here. So that will be a lot better. So first step now is to put down some markers where the spray is and then clear some snow where I'm excavating. Put on some markers, some sticks that hopefully don't go away when I'm running the excavator here. So with this I hopefully can keep track of where the cable is, and I have to make the ditch on top of this, so that's why I'm not marking the cable down here. You can see the marking here, but I don't need that. And if we see all the way over here, this is where I'm going. So right here the cable is coming into the garage, and right here some fiber optics are running. So I need to come up here and down here, and we have to cross it around here somewhere. So except that it's one cable right here that also goes across to the road. So you can see my sticks up here. So here I need to be careful. And as we could see, it was not easy getting up here. I had an accident the other day with the trailer and the Kobelco back towing up a hill with snow on, so I ain't taking any chances anymore. So I'm using the rescue truck for cars for towing my machines now. But this is one of the last excavation jobs, so then it's winter vacation, luckily. Alright, we got the small bucket on, and hopefully we are clear of all cables. Let's just keep excavating and making the ditch. I will try to put all the dirt up against the road, because then it's much easier for me when I'm getting back and closing the ditch. So that's the plan, but let's see. Like here it's so steep that I can't stand sideways and just track the other way. It's when I'm over this ditch it's possible to do that, but right here I just have to do like I did now when I cleared the snow. So let's keep going. You can see here is the cable, so we will start around. See, where is the splice? It's supposed to be here somewhere. Oh, the snow makes everything fun. like it's even further down here. Alright, there is the end they are starting with. So we are starting right here. Well, there I found a cable board, so probably I need to go a little bit higher from here. But the depth I'm excavating at, it shouldn't be anything anyways, but just to be safe. And when you find this cable board, you are not far from the cable. Yeah, so we are getting somewhere. We are soon, or maybe halfway, something like that. And the good thing about excavating the cable here, it's for private ground, so we don't need to go as deep as we normally would, 60 centimeters. So that's perfect. Not so much excavation and not such a big risk to hit the other cables. So no, it's just the rest here, it's flattening out, so that makes the job a lot easier to find the right angle to excavate with the Terex. But I'm really glad I have the rotor on. It would be difficult without it. It would be even easier with the tilt also, but are getting somewhere. We are soon at the garage. It's getting steep again, and we have the fiber optic cable right downside the excavator, so we need to stay up here. And now we are making the crossing where the cable is going. So here I have to be really careful excavating over. And since this is just a really quick job right before, and we are right before winter and we are closing everything tomorrow, I don't care about cleaning the ditch as much. Now I can just use the blade to push up whatever on the downside, and I can use the grading bucket to drag down what's on the top side, and then just make everything flat again. Well, let's see if we can make this crossing without any problems. I think this cable is out of use because you can see the ends. They are old and corroded. This is not a fresh cut. This is something old. Let's see if the focus. Yeah, you can see here everything is old. So this is old, something old, and I can't see the other end either, but there can still be another cable underneath here, so we will keep excavating really carefully. Then everything is ready for tomorrow. I have checked the cable once again. The one I found, it has been off in the ground up here earlier. You can see the length of it. It's all the way to the mark there. And right here where I excavated, it's nothing. It's completely fine. Not a scratch from the bucket. So I think my guess was right. It was an old problem. And maybe up here could also be the problem for the power cable. Who knows? But ditch is ready. It's incredible how much garbage it was in the ditch here. It was a lot. So, but the new cable is going inside a pipe. So hopefully they are finished with that tomorrow, and then I can close everything up before we get even more snow. Alright, finally back, and yeah, as we can see, the sun is shining, the weather is great, and if you have seen my video with learning to drive the Bobcat, you can see that we are actually in the same place where I did all the parking lots. So we are today just covering up this cable here. So pretty easy, nice job, nice weather. Tilt rotator is on, should be easy enough. So let's take a look at how everything looks after a long winter. So it's about 8 months since I was there last time working. So as we can see, here is the start of the cable. I guess the splice on the cable is in the pipe somewhere. I have hidden it in, so we just need to scrape a little bit more here. But keep in mind, we are at private property, so there is no law about how deep the cable need to be. But you can see here, I will put it a little bit deeper, and going along this edge here, there is a lot of sand from, or gravel from the trying to take the ice away and stuff like that. So we have got some excess dirt now, and there is a little bit of snow left. So in the beginning I will just start clearing the ditch by hand, just taking away the big rocks or the small rocks that are in there and stuff like that, and then we will use the excavator. It's warming up now, and just put all the dirt back and make it look nice again. So let's just get going, and the sooner we are done here, the sooner I can send the bill. Okay, so we got the cable in, and yeah, then it's just start covering it. As I mentioned earlier also, there is no rule for how deep it needs to be when it's on private property like this. This is the facility that have these buildings here's property, and keep in mind, if I told you in the first video, there are cables everywhere here, so there is little to no room to excavate for anything. And also, I hope we can do a better job now, so they won't have this problem again soon with no power over to the garage over there. So we'll just start over there and put everything back together. All right, there, this job is done 8 months later. And yeah, if you remember my video from learning to drive the Bobcat, this place is normally overgrown with grass and stuff like that, so it shouldn't be any problems. This will look just as before. So, perfect stuff. Looks great. I'm happy to be done with this 8 months later. I don't need to do it anymore, or think about this anymore. So let's get back on the trailer.